Hey guys, what's up? This is Dungey. I ride for Team Red Bull KTM. Aboard the 450 machine, number 5. The difference going into this year than last year, it's not much has changed. Definitely the goal to win championships and win races and be on top. That's kind of what we race for, and that's what we get signed to do. Or hired, but. Last year being a new bike, we had a little bit of unknown, a lot to kind of work through, but I feel like we made good progress with our, the bike, and worked on those weak points, the weaknesses, and the areas we could improve, and having a few wins in the Supercross last year, a little bit of setback there in the middle of the Supercross season, and then being able to get some a good amount of race wins in the outdoors and walk away with the championship was a big step. So two seasons under our belt. Hopefully, we were able to find a good direction with the bike and able to create some better settings, which for me, a more comfortable machine, a better bike, and better handling and everything like that. So, it's just good to be a whole year ahead and being able to make progress with things and the goal is go faster on the track and be consistently, but mainly the goal, hasn't changed. Pressure, I don't think it has changed. It's only what I put on myself, but we both have the same goal in mind, and that's to win the championships.
What have you learned from last year going into this year? Obviously, new team, new bike, and obviously, what are you going to change in your program compared to last year?
The things that I've changed in my program going into this year compared to last year is, probably just maybe being a little bit more in tune with myself, as far as, physically knowing what I need to be a better rider, more, just more well-trained athlete, able to go out and do my business and able to win races and so forth. But, with the bike, we've been able to make a few changes that have been very helpful, from, suspension to chassis and even motor settings. Like I said, it's just pinpointing those weaknesses and making them better. Basically me, going to KTM, back last year in 2011, going into the 2012 season, it was like, I was signing with KTM, they gave me their word, they were committed. Got to go over there to see the factory in Austria, and it was really cool, just to see how committed they were to racing and everything like that. They even came out with a brand new 450. Like, this is our best package, this is what we got, and I'm sure from all of us on the team, especially Roger putting pressure, hey, we need stuff, we need parts, we need to get better, and they always came through for us, and it's really cool that they built this whole brand new 450, and even going into 13 made some changes that from the development that we did in 2012 to make the new 2013 450 better. And in Austria, KTM, it's a smaller based company. They're mainly, they mainly deal with motorcycles and off-road stuff, and so their focus is on racing and motorcycles in themselves more solely than they would be on other manufacturers. So things get done in a lot faster in a shorter amount of time, and KTM Commitment in this sport, 3 years to come over to US and be dominant. I knew they were serious when they hired Roger back in end of 2010, and ever since, they've been making all these necessary changes. Roger's been hiring all the right people, making a team revolving around the best program and what he feels like is going to bring the most success and bring KTM to the top. So for them guys to think that highly of me and to hire me, and me hopes to make them dreams come true, and as well as mine. So it's great to be here and I have the opportunity to race for a manufacturer like this, and them creating a whole new bike just to that we here, do what you got to do with it. We'll give you all the parts you need. We'll make it happen, and their word has been true, and they've stuck to it this whole time. So it's great it's commitment, you don't get that from a lot of people. 17 races is a lot going on, and to be able to win it for KTM, I think one of the most special things about KTM is that for me as a rider, being signed to a team, it was basically, having a bike that was already pretty much accomplished, and then basically it was kind of fine-tuning a little bit and going out there and racing, and to be able to have success was great. You know, I'm very fortunate for that in my career. But KTM coming over to this team, it was a brand new bike, you know, and starting from the ground up. And 450s are tough to deal with because they're powerful, they got more torque, you know, when you're coming to the braking, you know, everything's just more, you know, and so between all the testing and development of the bike and all the people who, the R&D and making parts and, you know, settings and all the guys at the test track, we spent countless hours getting this bike to where it is today. And, you know, although we haven't accomplished all that we've wanted to, and that's, you know, the one thing left out is the Supercross Championship. But, you know, I'd really want to just take it one race at a time and just be the best we can be every weekend, you know, and hope for a successful and healthy season. You know, healthy is going to be very important, and being smart, and you know, only one guy gets to receive that #1 plate at the end of the year. You know, everything matters to where you did everything you could on that day to put yourself first on that gate in the position you wanted and getting off to a good start. And you know what? Put yourself in, you know, first place in the whole shot, and there you go, lead your laps, you know. But it's easier said than done, you know. It's you know, as much as a sport is physically, it's also a lot more mentally as well, and just having myself together and having myself in check in every area, and going about everything with the right mindset. You know, I think I got a good strategy of how to go about the season based off of what I've learned in the past 6 seasons of my professional career. And you know, it's go time. It really is. You know, it's I feel like I've seen it all. I've been there. There's no more excuses. There's no more, hey, the bike's brand new. It's I feel like our bike's race ready and winning capable. And although we have to see where we're at, Anaheim won, but you know, it's time to start doing things and stepping up to the plate and filling that role in motocross. Well, I decided I'm gonna start shifting with my hands. You know, Monster Cup was a tough race. You know, I guess it wasn't tough. I mean, I got a lot to be thankful for walking away from that race with my fingers and healthy for sure. But just to have something happen like that, 2 motos in a row back to back, that has never happened to me in my whole career. It's just a little crazy. But you know what? I'm not the guy who gives up. You know, I've always had that mentality. You know, do whatever it takes to finish the race, and at least, you know, all I can think of is, all I could see is watching that #1 spot kind of slowly fade away. Obviously, if you had one bad moto, you know, it's going to be tough to get the overall win. But you know, fortunately, we were able to get 3rd in one moto that we had the shifter brake, 2nd in the other moto, and then the last moto we ended up 2nd. And we you know, I think more importantly, walking away from that race, it was, you know, we were there to win. You know, it was unfortunate that we didn't, but also seeing the progress that we made the 2 weeks prior going into that race, and the testing that we were able to do, we were able to make some good progress, and I felt comfortable on the bike. You know, although it would have been better to get more time in Supercross and more, you know, more seat time before going racing. But that's the Monster Cup. You know, it's that one-off race. It's fun, it's enjoyable, but to see where the bike was at too, and I feel like we made good progress, and then even after that we were able to make a little bit of step. But like I said, it's you know, I could sit here and tell you we make all this progress and I think the bike's awesome and great, but it's where it's all going to matter at Anaheim 1, and we'll see where everything's at.